Thanks for the support as a channel member, Kenny Gray. Boys and girls, would you look at how awesome this is? It is a custom Mitar Cerner Jackie pop vinyl. It's made by a guy who goes by the name of MMA_spectator on Instagram. His name's Lee. Lee, thank you very much for making this for me. Lee's the same guy who made the custom me pop earlier in the year. But I now have a custom Sir Mitar Cerner Jackie to go with it, which, I mean, it's so cool. It's the custom figure in the custom pop vinyl box. If you're into pop vinyls the way I'm into pop vinyls, you know how cool this is. And they're not available for sale. This isn't a sales pitch. I just wanted to show you how cool it was. I guess most of you lot probably watched the Bourne series last year, so you know just how awesome this guy is. That is what a Football Manager new gen face looks like in pop vinyl form, which I think is sensational. And just wanted to say thank you to Lee. Thank you for sending this over. It is really, really, really cool. Hello and welcome to part 116 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we're probably going to bottle it a little bit more than we already have so far. We face Charlotte and Pittsburgh, both away from home. Since you were last with me, we've gone full bottle job. We lost to Reno and Fort Lauderdale in the league. We lost to North Carolina in the cup, so got knocked out of the cup as well. We've also lost to Charleston in the league, meaning the league table now looks like this. Madison are clear. They're pretty much there. Charleston, who we just lost to, have now moved above us. Fort Lauderdale, who we lost to recently, are also above us. The worry that I've got, not only is that we're still 3 points outside of the automatic promotion spots and keep losing to everybody around us. There's Reno as well. And the worry is we keep losing to everybody around us. So if we do end up in the playoffs, which is looking more and more likely, everybody who could be in the playoffs with us has beaten us recently. So we don't stand much of a chance in the playoffs either. All we can do at this point is try and win every game we've got left and hope that that's enough to get into the automatic promotion spots, because I just don't see us winning the playoffs when, like I say, we lose to everybody else who's in them. We're really good at beating the not very good teams. An excellent quality to have as a football team. So this is the side for the game against Charlotte. We've got Rosales in goal, a back four of Mitchell, Baron, Corby and Pierce, Korotowski and Allen in midfield, Martinez and Robinson out wide, and Boaz and Pearson up front. And hopefully that's going to be enough to grab us 3 points. I mean, that's what it is. We've just got to win every single game now between now and the end of the season. I've just realised I've left my tea bag in my green tea. That's going to be all stewed. See, everything's going wrong. I'm even bottling making a cup of tea. How strong is this going to be now? I made this 10 minutes ago and I've only just taken the tea bag out with my fingers, I'll have you know. That hurt. It's not too bad, actually. Love a drop of green tea. Why is it called, I mean, I know I'm red-green colourblind. Why is it called green tea when, I mean, that doesn't look very green to me. Is that green? I know you can only just see the edge of it. To me, that looks like an orangey brown. I don't know if that's my colour blindness or has the tea been mislabelled. Could we do the world a service here by renaming green tea to orangey brown tea? But then I guess normal tea's black, isn't it? So you got black tea and orangey brown tea. Forget this green nonsense. Right, Robinson charging down the right-hand side. He did have men in the middle, but he's taken so long to get the crossover. They've long since disappeared. Robinson, by the way, since the last episode, has taken his US citizenship. So he could eventually, if he continues to charge up the leagues with us, he could eventually play for the US, even though he was born in Bourne, I think, original Bourne over in Lincolnshire. Was he born in Bourne? I know that's where he signed from originally. He was born in Oakham, which is just down the road from Bourne, just down the road from Peterborough. So he was born not a million miles away from where I was born, but is now a US citizen. Presumably, at this point, I'm a US citizen as well. I've been here about 20 years at this point. Is it as long as that? Is it 20 years? Maybe it's not quite 20 years, but I guess we're both fully fledged Americans at this point. Mitchell playing it over the top to Pearson, but he can't get the ball past the goalkeeper. It's a very tame shot, but it looks like we're going again immediately. Pierce lumping it forward. There's absolutely nobody there this time. And Charlotte now with the opportunity for a counter-attack. I think that's probably what this highlight was building up to. Although Allen wins it back nicely in midfield, plays it forward to Pearson. Pearson trying to get past his man. Oh, he does brilliantly. Pearson with his 28th goal of the season. It looked like he was never going to get round the man. I mean, he never did fully get all the way around him, but got enough space to get the shot away and then hit it with such gusto that it forced its way past the goalkeeper. This is really good centre-forward play from Pearson. There's no one up supporting him, and he's just done it all on his own, used great strength and control, and just lovely stuff. 1-0 to us. Let's not go and concede straight away, because that scoreline, as it stands, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, puts us up to third, 1 point behind Charleston. So presumably Fort Lauderdale not yet winning in their game, and it is very tight from like second down to about 8th in this division. We could just as easily get automatically promoted or not even get in the playoffs at this stage. And there's only, what, six games to go, 8 games to go? It's very, very tight unless you're Madison. Right, corner for Charlotte. As we approach half-time, we could certainly do with them not scoring a goal here, and Rosales very much on my wavelength, clutches the ball out of the sky, falls to the ground, clutching it to his chest, and we don't concede. Pearson's in again here. Pearson makes it 2-0. 29th goal of the season for him. What a signing he's turned out to be. I love the fact that every year we can just take the cream of the divisional talent on free transfers. We're still at that point of the save. It's going to end sooner or later. But Pearson and Boaz, 2 of the top scorers in the league last year behind Tristan Wright, able to bring them both in this year. And with Wright falling off the face of the earth, just his form's been shocking all year long. It's nice to have those two to just draft straight in. I approve of it. And obviously, you know full well, I'm going to sign the top scorers from this league again this summer if they're available on a free transfer. It's what we do. Baron forward to Allen, and now Korotowski giving it back to Allen again, and Allen looking for a ball ahead of him. Mitchell is that ball, and it comes back to Allen, who's got a lot of space to pick his next pass. Plays it into Boaz, and now Pearson playing a lovely little ball through to Robinson, and the three of them combine very well there, but Robinson's shot is saved and goes behind for a corner. Corner to be taken by Mitchell. It's an in-swinger. It's caused chaos in there, but I think we've actually given away a free kick. I was hoping when play was initially stopped that we might have got ourselves a cheeky little penalty. Charleston are actually beating Fort Lauderdale. I didn't realise those two were playing each other, so they were the two teams that were above us at kickoff. It's now 3-1 to Charleston, which, I mean, I guess as long as one of them beats the other, I imagine there's probably an argument that a draw in that game is the best result for us. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how the league table is looking right now. So I'm not going to complain too much. Right, we're going to bring Davies on to play up front alongside Pearson. We've also brought Gutierrez on to play it right back because we were getting tired back there, and we're trying to play the ball through to Pearson again. But he's done a lot of running today and didn't get very close to that one. It's a wild shot from the Charlotte striker, which luckily has gone nowhere near our goal. Look how tight the top of this table is. It's ridiculous. We've got to play Cal United soon as well. Jack Corby is one, blah, blah. Fort Lauderdale have equalised. It's gone, I don't even know where that sentence was going, but it's gone from 3-1 to 3-3 very, very quickly, which puts Fort Lauderdale back above us. I mean, like I say, it makes no difference. What we don't want is Fort Lauderdale to win. Pearson is now injured, which is troublesome because he has been our main goal threat all year. And we'll be fine for today, but it's a worry going forward. When Charleston were ahead, they were on 74, Fort Lauderdale on 73, I think. So it's not actually made any difference to our league position. It's just a different team above us that we're chasing now. But the most important thing is we've made up ground. We've moved from 4th to 3rd, and what was a 3-point gap to 2nd place has now become a 1-point gap. And we continue with the plan of win every game, and that should be enough because everyone keeps losing. This is a problem, though. Pearson out, realistically, I mean, he's out for the rest of the season. Josh Pearson is going to be a big, big miss. Tristan Wright needs to sort his life out, sort it out now. Couple of changes to the Pittsburgh game then, both of them forced upon us. Korotowski's suspended, so Ismailov comes in to play alongside Allen in midfield. Rodriguez is coming in on the left wing, so Martinez can go back to play up front where he was so dangerous earlier on in the season. In loan news, Mitchell, Robinson and Gentry have all extended their loans for another season. James Robinson becoming one of the real loanee legends of the channel. This will be loan year number 5 coming up with the only team he's ever played a game of football for. And we'll sign him permanently eventually. His North Carolina contract extends at the end, expires at the end of next season. So fingers crossed by then we're a championship club and we can offer him a permanent contract to come in and finally become a Bourne player the way he was always supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Good work, Kev. I mean, that's quality YouTubing right there. Did I show you the Mita Senajaki toy? Shall I get that out again? Goodness me. Pittsburgh, by the way, rock bottom of the league. So I'd like to think this is going to be another opportunity for 3 points, which will be very handy because I think immediately upon kickoff, we've gone up to second place in the league. So I don't know if that means we're playing ahead of everybody else or if the other two have somehow already gone behind in their games. Presumably we're playing first, but you know, we always want possession of the position and the points rather than games in hand. So I will take being second in the league. In fact, it looks like we are all playing today, or they've played before us. I need to work out what's going on here. Next time we get to the in-betweeny screen, we need to pause, work out who's playing, who's already played, and we might have a big opportunity in front of us here. Boaz trying to get an attack going for us. Robinson is rushed forward ahead of him, and Robinson is now in and shoots. But it's a pretty tight angle. Martinez is there in the middle, and he probably should be looking to square it to him. Right, what's going on here then? So everybody is playing. Fort Lauderdale are losing immediately. Charlotte 1-0 up after 1 minute. Charlotte doing us a favour ahead against Fort Lauderdale. Reno are playing, probably. Reno are winning against Charleston, but that's not enough to put them ahead of us, apparently. There's 4 teams on 74 points as it stands, but our better goal difference is putting us ahead of the rest of them. This is a ridiculous situation we're getting ourselves into. But the key takeaway from all of this is that if we win this game, which we should, because Pittsburgh are as good as relegated, then we're going to be clear in second place with, 6 games to go after this? Boaz is in. Boaz shoots and scores. It's only a 3rd goal of the season for Anderson Boaz. He's not scoring as prolifically as I had in my head that he was. I'm now wondering why I'm consistently starting him ahead of Davies. In my mind, he was making much more of a contribution than that. Maybe he just looks good. Maybe it's because he's Brazilian, isn't it? Absolutely, because he's Brazilian. Maybe Davies needs to be coming back into the team. Boaz has made a big mistake there. He scored a goal, which has made me realise how few goals he was scoring previously, and that's probably going to cost him a place in the team. Ball over the top to Boaz. He needs a hat-trick today to keep his spot. He takes a shot. It forces the save out of the Pittsburgh goalkeeper. It remains 1-0, 25 minutes on the clock, and we've got a corner. Charleston are now 2-1 up over Reno. I can't work out if that's good for us or bad for us. Cal United are ahead against Orlando City. We've got the wrong end of the league table loaded on the in-betweeny screen. Corby's there, and that's an 8th goal of the season for Jack Corby. He has been so dangerous from these corners. You know we always have a corner man, and this year it's very much been Jack Corby and number 8 for the year. They've all looked exactly like that, and we don't care. Right, what's going on? Cal United now up into joint second. I mean, they're in 3rd with us, level on points. Fort Lauderdale 2 points behind us. Charleston leaping up there with us. As it stands, Reno potentially being pushed out of things. They'd be 5 points behind us with 6 games to go. Reno would be looking at this league table. If this is how it ends day 2, we've got 2 corner men this year. Frank Baron, 7 for the season for him. Between him and Corby, that's 15 goals. And they've all been from corners, I'm sure. And we are such a threat from these set pieces. Baron dominant in the air as ever. But yeah, if things end as they are, Reno are as good as out of the automatic promotion hunt. Charlotte 2-0 up now over Fort Lauderdale. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Charlotte, not that great, as we've just seen. We've just played Charlotte and comfortably beaten them. Whilst Fort Lauderdale were beating, was it Reno they beat? Reno in free fall. I think Reno started the episode in second place, but could be going in with 2 defeats. Martinez has just missed an enormous opportunity to put us 4-0 up. He's got to do better than that, especially when you're looking at the fact that Charleston and Fort Lauderdale have both got good goal differences as well. We need to make sure that ours is continuing to be the best goal difference. It's not enough to just win all of these games. We also need to be making sure we're scoring a whole bunch of goals as well and maintaining our spot as the team with the best goal difference. Madison, I think, win the league today. They're 3-0 up over Austin Bold, which sounds like a wrestler. It's now 3-1. We've conceded a goal straight after the restart. Cal United, I think I just saw, are now 3-0 up. So they're an interesting one. I think we play them next. So if our current form is anything to go by, we'll probably lose that. They'll go up to second. And then we've got 5 games to go, all against teams not in the playoff mix, which will probably win all 5 of them and backdoor Kev our way to second place, despite not being able to beat anybody around us. Just to really hammer home the narrative that if it comes to the playoffs, we're not capable of doing them because we can't beat any of the other good teams. Baron, ball over the top to Martinez, must score. I think it's offside. He's been a bit of a worry today. He's not looked anywhere near the player he was at the start of the season when he was in the team playing up front. I think we might have, I mean, based on this match, we might be reuniting Davies and Wright up front in the very near future. The partnership that was so very good for us last year. Ismailov now deep in midfield, trying to play it forward to Pierce, but can't find him. And it's Pittsburgh again, knocking the ball around, trying to get something going. If Pittsburgh grab another goal here, I think there's reason for us to start getting a little alarmed because we've not really looked with it at all in this second half. And we need to sort ourselves out a little bit. I never know what shout to do in this circumstance. They have scored. What do we do here? Concentrate? Is that not? That's not even an option on there anymore. I'm sure concentrate used to be an option. Focus? But we are still winning. Remind your players to stay focused on the task in hand. Do we fire them up? I don't know what to do. I'm not going to berate them because we're winning. Perhaps we'll encourage them. Maybe encouragement is what they need. Has that made a positive difference? Not really. That's broken everybody. Oh, goodness me. Right. What are we going to do here? I'm going to get Martinez off. Right. In fact, we're going to make the double change. We're going to bring those 2 on up front and we're going to bring Gentry on in midfield. And we're going back old school. We're going back to last year's team. This is almost, I think, Corby, Pierce and Allen and Rosales. But other than that, this is last year's team. Other than that half the team I just listed for you. Luckily, it's Cal United who are hot on our tail and their goal difference is dross. So we're not, no reason to panic just yet. We have got ourselves back up in the second place in the league by the end of the episode, which was the goal. We have won both matches, which was the goal. We now just need to keep winning matches and not let that second place slip again. Because if we look at the league table, you'll see how often we've been up there and then drop down again. We keep flirting with it. And I mean, we went from second to 6th there. And then we've made our way back up to second again, dropped it. We've got to keep there this time. Just make second place our own between now and the end of the season. And we'll be back in the next episode for Portland, LA Galaxy, and hopefully a promotion celebration. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.